So continuing on, this next one here is a pretty popular book. It's Tales of Suspense number 57. This is the first and origin of Hawkeye, Clint Barton, and this is a PGX 6.5. With the new Avengers movie coming out, that's going to gain some traction as well, I think. This next one here is a pretty nice copy. It's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 1, PGX 7.5. This is a third printing. But with the new movie coming out in August, again, it's picking up a little bit of traction and some interest from collectors. I've got a pretty solid Walking Dead collection, as you'll see here. This is a number 4, PGX 9.6. It's a pretty early copy, as you know. You may not be aware, but the first 10 Walking Deads are actually very, very low print runs. Most are under 10,000 each, which makes them pretty desirable. This is a number 6. This is a 9.4 PGX. It's Death of Shane. That's a pretty popular cover amongst collectors. This is a 9.4 PGX, number 8. Nice book there. Here's a number 9. This is the first appearance of Otis and the Death of Donna. This is a PGX 9.6. Here's a number 10. This is the first Herschel and first Maggie, PGX 9.8. I'm really surprised to see this book not take off a lot more, especially with Maggie being such a strong character in the book and in the series. Here's another number 10, 9.8. This is a CGC. Next one here is a Walking Dead number 27. This is the first Governor, and I think the first Woodbury as well. PGX 9.4. This here is a really nice one. He was just introduced in the last series. This is the first Abraham, Rosita, and Eugene, number 53, 9.8 PGX. It's a 92. This is a very hot character's first appearance, Paul Monroe, also known as Jesus, 9.6 PGX. I anticipate he'll be introduced in the upcoming seasons, and this book will probably go up in value. Here's another 9.6 copy, CGC. Walking Dead number 61, 9.2 PGX. It's the first Gabriel Stokes, or Father Gabriel, excuse me, and also a 5-page Chew preview. So it's technically Chew's first appearance as well. This is a number 108. This is the first appearance of King Ezekiel. And again, I anticipate he'll be introduced at some point in the future, and this book will take off in value. This is a PGX 9.6. We've got a Wolverine number 1 here. This is the limited series, and it is the first appearance of Yukio, a cameo. It's a PGX 9.4. I actually thought that was going to get a lot higher when I sent it in. I was hoping for a 9.6 or 9.8, but got a 9.4. Here is the X-Men number 94. It's a pretty iconic X-Men book. It is the first new team in series. Their first appearance, I think, was in the giant size number 1, but this is a very popular book, PGX 7.0. And then finally, for my graded books, you'll see here an X-Men number 266, first full gambit, PGX 8.0. I'd always wanted one of those books, and just decided to go ahead and have it graded. I knew it wouldn't grade very high, but I did want one in my collection. So let's move on to the Raw books. So there are a handful here that might be of interest to you. I've got some early Spider-Man, number 24. Got a number 38. This is a Mary Jane cameo. I think her second cameo. 51, second Kingpin. 73, first Man Marco. A couple of, hundreds. Nothing too significant. Got a nice Avengers number 12 here. It's a nice clean book. Also have a number 18. Pretty nice book. Just kind of varies throughout here. It's a real clean early Batman. Well, it's not real early, excuse me. It's actually a 163, but it's a really clean cover on that Batman. Try to see if there's any others in here that may be of interest. Here's a nice Daredevil number 111. This is the first Silver Surfer. I'm sorry, first Silver Samurai. Actually, that's a Fantastic Four 48 is the first Silver Surfer. Defenders #1. Let's see what else we got here. A couple early Fantastic Fours, nothing too significant. Here's I think a first full Galactus 49. I had a 48, but I traded it towards a couple of books I really wanted. Here's a Fantastic Four #50. That's I think the first, when he kind of started his saga, Silver Surfer. Let's see here if we got anything else of interest. These should be pretty interesting, these Guardians of the Galaxy #1 variants. Here's a signed variant from, I think, the writer. It's a pretty nice little book, nothing too significant. It's just something nice to have in the collection. Some early Iron Man, there's a #5, #10, some 30s. This is a really popular modern book, actually. It's called Sex Criminals. This is the first printing, #1. Again, a buddy of mine told me I should get it. I snagged it. And it's actually gone up pretty significantly in value. Especially since I paid like $2 for it, or whatever, $3. Here's some nice Tales of Suspense comics. These are real clean. Nothing too significant. But just really nice, clean covers and just nice books. Got a lot of Ninja Turtles books, and then you get in my Walking Dead collection here. I have a ton of these things. I actually had 1 through whatever the current 127, 128 is. I did sell off a few of the early ones, 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, and 19. But I pretty much have all the rest here. That's the first reprint, #1. And as you can see, you start getting into the, it goes through to all the way to the latest and greatest, as well as some variants throughout. And then you get into some of my X-Men, which actually have some really nice X-Men in here. This is one I'm going to have graded pretty soon. This is a #4. It is the first Evil Mutants and Quicksilver, as well as Scarlet Witch, second Magneto. Only thing that bothers me is it's got some foxing along the bottom there. They say it didn't take away from the grade too much, but I am a little nervous about it. Other than that, you can see it's just a beautiful book. It's just disappointing about the foxing, but it is what it is. So here's a #7. That's I think the Return, the second Blob. It's a pretty nice, clean book. #8. That's the first Eunice. Here's a number, I believe it's 13. I think that's the second Juggernaut. Here's a 16 and an 18. Nice, clean books. Here's another pretty nice one. This is the first Kitty Pryde, Emma Frost. It's a really clean book. I thought about having it graded, but I'm not sure. And there's a first Bishop. He showed up in the End of Days, but that pretty much sums up my collection. I'm just really getting a good start back into it. I'm actually probably going to target X-Men #1 and Showcase 22 as my next on the hit list, and then probably Tales to Astonish 27, first Ant-Man. But outside of that, I think I've pretty much gotten a lot of what I wanted, growing up, and finally able to afford it. So anyway, just wanted to share. Have a great day.